As one of Star Wars' most powerful Jedi, Anakin Skywalker has certainly gotten a lot of attention in Star Wars. However, the franchise still has yet to reveal these 10 mysteries about the character. Although Anakin was technically introduced in A New Hope, as it came first in the chronology of Star Wars movies and TV shows, his story really began in Star Wars, Episode I, The Phantom Menace. In fact, regardless of the Star Wars timeline, this was Anakin's true beginning as, in a way, Anakin was separate from Darth Vader, at least at first. However, following the prequel trilogy, Anakin has made appearances in several of Star Wars' best TV shows, from Star Wars, The Clone Wars to Ahsoka, and his significance throughout the franchise has been evident even in the sequels. Despite that continued interest and long history, though, not all questions about Anakin have been answered in Star Wars. In fact, some of the biggest still remain. Of the mysteries about Anakin Skywalker left unaddressed thus far, these 10 are the most significant. Clearly, Anakin Skywalker was part of Palpatine's plan all along, as Palpatine was certainly a character to play the long game, and Anakin was key to the creation of the Empire. Moreover, Star Wars implied that it was Palpatine himself who manipulated midichlorians to create Anakin within Shmi Skywalker despite there being no father, as he explained this power to Anakin in Star Wars, Episode III, Revenge of the Sith. However, this makes Qui-Gon Jinn's discovery of Anakin in The Phantom Menace quite confusing. In The Phantom Menace, Qui-Gon seems to encounter Anakin by happenstance. Because their ship needs parts, Qui-Gon, Jar Jar Binks, and a much younger Padme Amidala, then the Queen of Naboo, ventured out into Tatooine. Ultimately, this led them to Watto's junk shop, where they met Anakin for the first time. At best, this was some form of fate, wherein Qui-Gon was destined to find Anakin there. Even in that case, though, this is still a bit confusing in relation to Palpatine's plans. If Palpatine had always intended Anakin to join him, he inevitably needed to get him off Tatooine. Moreover, as Palpatine was keenly interested in infiltrating the Jedi, Palpatine surely would have wanted Anakin taken to the Jedi Temple, rather than getting and training him himself. However, Star Wars has yet to explain how even Palpatine could have laid a plan so elaborate that it resulted in Qui-Gon landing on Tatooine amid an emergency. Why did Palpatine let Anakin risk his life in the Clone Wars? Making Palpatine's plans even more confounding, once Anakin officially joined the Jedi Temple as a Padawan, Palpatine let Anakin risk his life day in and day out. This is shocking, as, again, Anakin was seemingly essential, or close to essential, to Palpatine's long game. While, sure, Anakin was incredibly powerful with the Force and could certainly hold his own in almost all cases, the Clone Wars represented a significant threat, even to Anakin. For years, Anakin was on the front lines of a war, and he had many touch-and-go moments, especially depicted in the Clone Wars show. Star Wars hasn't acknowledged Palpatine's odd choice to allow Anakin to do so though. In fact, Palpatine effectively started and continued the Clone Wars single-handedly, knowing full well that it put Anakin's life at risk. It remains a mystery why Palpatine was comfortable with that massive gamble.